everybody, I hope you can hear me. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. I am Tammy. I'm the Siberian Wind. I'm glad you are here. We do typically have quilting content, so the baseball theme is from this past weekend, and it will be for this upcoming week because I will be at the ballpark again this week. So let me say hi to people who are already here. We are starting a little early. I'm not going to go over any important information until after the actual official start time. So you don't have to worry about missing out on anything. I see Michelle's Crafts and More has joined the chat. Melissa Feldhouse is here. Joyce Hernandez. And Glenda also has joined the chat. She says, howdy Tammy and everyone. Welcome in, everyone. I'm glad you are here. Again, like I said, I know this is a little early. Bear with me. Let me make sure. Okay, whatever that is, it can wait. Just seeing what all was going on. I am a little bit out of sorts today, but we do have giveaways, so I am sticking to the giveaway Tuesday night theme. We are not going anywhere with that, so we are going to do that. Tonight I'm going to work on putting my cotton cuts together. That's what I pulled out, so I'm going to just lay that out real quick while everybody is getting a chance to join in. If you are sewing tonight, what project are you working on? Do you have a specific project you're working on, or are you just going to hang out and watch? What are you doing on this wonderful Tuesday evening as you come to hang out with me? I always got to ask. You know I got to ask. You know I've got to ask. So, what is everyone up to tonight? It has been a day. I've spent all of maybe 30 minutes in my studio. Maybe at tops, I've spent an hour in here since getting back from my trip. So we went all the way to South Dakota. We went to Spearfish and Sturgis, South Dakota. I also got to visit Deadwood and Rapid City. So I'm a little exhausted. I'm not jet lagged, we drove, but I'm still, my body doesn't recover as fast as it used to. Michelle says that she finished her pink quilt and video yesterday. Awesome. And she pulled out the stuff for a horse quilt. Ooh. Oh, the horse jokes I could make. Joyce says, should be sewing, but just hanging out. Well, I will tell you, Joyce, I've been thinking about you. So, you know, what in the, oh, this is Fabric E. I was like, what in the world? What in the world? I had the wrong fabric in my hand, so I didn't know what I was doing. So, I am going to attempt being the key word here. I am going to attempt to get a quilt ready for the county fair or the Natrona, whatever it's called, the local fair here in Casper. I found out dates last night, and I am a little overwhelmed. I'll just say it that way. Judy says, hi Tammy, I am working on Legit Kit Deep Dive. Ooh, I've seen that one, and it is so pretty. So pretty. Did you get the kit with it, or did you just get the pattern? Glenda says that she is just being lazy. Nothing lazy about hanging out. You are just perfectly fine. It is not actually being lazy. And we may hear from my dog in a little bit. I don't know where he is. He's somewhere out there, so we'll figure it out later. Michelle says the horse quilt is using a panel and will be for one of my little granddaughters. Oh, that's sweet. That is very sweet. I did ship off the quilt to the niece that had the baby, the Irish chain with the twist quilt, and I have not heard back yet, but I haven't checked my status. I haven't checked my shipping status. Glenda says, oh, Michelle, that's awesome. I agree. That sounds perfect. Is it going to be for a birthday, or is it a Christmas present, or, you know, are you showing us all up by working on Christmas presents now? Judy says, I bought the whole kit for the deep dive. My grand loves turtles. It's my first legit kit. Well, from what I have seen, they are astounding. If anybody wants to ever buy me a Cotton Cuts kit, I already know which one I want. But you gotta ask me which one you're buying for me. Because you'll need shipping information. I will be happy to do a legit kits. I would be more than happy to do it. But I don't know if I'd be giving it away or not. That might be the hard pass, is being able to give it away. Joy says I'm going to do a horse quilt. Also, Michelle, for my granddaughters with a panel. Awesome. You ladies both need to post in the Facebook group. Michelle says I'm making almost everyone in my family lap quilts for Christmas. Lol, only 4 more to go. Oh, golly. How many family members are we making quilts for then, Michelle? If you've got 4 more to go, how many... Goodness. That's a lot. That is a lot of quilts. Laura has joined the chat. She says, hi, Tammy and everyone. Welcome in, Laura. Glad you made it. I am just literally prepping. I'm not doing any sewing until we actually go live at the regular time in like 2 minutes. I have been a little bit congested with the travel too, so you guys are not going to see me. You're not late, Laura. You are not late, believe me. I started this early because I figured that people probably didn't want to hear me take me out to the ball game 4 times. I'd already played it 3, so Donnell says, hey there, Tammy, and everyone in the chat. Welcome in, Donnell. Glad you are here. And you guys, if you want to try the exclamation selfie for me tonight, go right ahead. Nightbot, I may have a little bit of challenge with Nightbot tonight for the giveaway. So we're going to play it by ear and see what Nightbot decides to do. Nightbot has kind of picked up one of the other lives that I had pre-scheduled and was playing the comments from that. Let me actually check that while I'm thinking about it. Everybody's saying hi to everybody else. Let's grab Nightbot and see what Nightbot is saying. All right, Michelle's selfie worked. Awesome. All right, so I do not know why Nightbot is still choosing to be part of an old listing, and I don't know why. But it's got all the new people in the list of users. So we should be okay. We should be. We're going to see. We're going to see what happens. Let me go back over to Nightbot so I've got it pulled up. There we go. Because we will use that like later on. We're not going to use it right now. We're not going to do the drawing like within a minute or so of start time. That's just not fair. It would be fair to me, but no, I'm just kidding. So have you guys ever played quilting group games? Like if you got a group of quilting friends or whatever. We played a game last night at the Quilt Guild meeting. The lady that came with the pop-up shop brought extra fat quarters for us to play a round of left, right, center, or left, center, right. And if you've never played left, center, right, you have 3 die that you are throwing. Each die has an L, a C, and an R, and then a dot. So you've got 4 variables on each of the die. So if you roll an L, Donnell says, oh, come on, we probably still won't tell the latecomers. I know you are secretly wanting one of these zipper pulls. I know that. I haven't gotten anything new, so it's still the same stuff, but it is still for giveaway. So the if you roll an L, you pass it to the person on your left. If you roll an R, you pass one to the person on your right. If you roll a C, you put something in the center, and if you have a dot, you get to keep it. So you start with 3 fat quarters. You roll the dice, and so you could end up with a left, you could end up with a center, you could end up with a right, and you've lost all 3 of your fat quarters. or you could end up with 2 lefts and a center, and you've lost all 3. You could end up with 3 dots, so you keep all 3. It's just whatever you roll, and you stay in the game even if you've lost anything. Laura says, we played left, center, right, but for money at family get-togethers. See, I would totally lose when I play it for money. If you play for money, I lose. I did not win last night, though, so I will say that. I did not win. But at Christmas, it was the first time I'd ever played it, and 2 different quilt groups that I'm in. Kelly, welcome into the chat. And she says, that's a fun game. Yes, it is. It really is. So the person who ends up with the last fat quarter wins the whole pot. So everything that's in the center, it's like Monopoly. You hit free parking and you get everything in the center. It is like that if you play Monopoly with those rules anyway. We don't always play with those rules because it's not actually in all of the rules. There's a lot of different versions. Laura says, I'd rather play for fabric. Exactly, right? Exactly. And so I picked up my 3 fat quarters and I played, and I lost all 3, and then I got like 1, so I got to roll 1 more time, and then I lost it promptly. So I did not get to, I did not last long last night. But so at Christmas, the 2 different quilt groups that I'm in both played left, center, right with fat quarters. I won in both games. Like in both quilt groups, I won the entire stash every time I played. I did bow out playing an extra round in one of the quilt groups because I was like, I already have enough. Let somebody else win. But I came home with a lot of fat quarters over Christmas. But the ladies who won last night, we didn't have to bring any fat quarters. The lady who was selling was the one who brought all of them. And so they were gifted to us either way. So it's just basically gifted to us for a fun activity, which worked really well. It was kind of fun. That's awesome. Yes, it was. It was very awesome. Okay, we are going to go on with that theme of that's awesome and that's really cool. And I'm going to bring you guys down to the machine so I can show you what I've been hiding. Not that it's hard to hide. Okay, so you guys, if you saw me working in the hotel room this weekend, I have put one of my blocks together. And so I started looking at the fabrics that I have, and I don't have as much white as I thought I did. So I don't have as much of this Kona Snow background as I thought I did, but I have a lot of... Andrea's here. She says, howdy everyone. Yes, welcome in, Andrea. So I am going to use the printed fabrics from the kits because I've got plenty of extra scrap fabrics. So I'm just going to make the squares, and I'm turning the triangles the opposite direction so they point away. And I have no idea what the finished size is going to be of the quilt. This is going to finish in the quilt at 2.5 inches. Each of these blocks are 1 1/8, so they're just slightly bigger than 1 inch. But this is 3 inches right now in my hand. It's going to finish at 2.5. Laura says that's super cute. Michelle says that is cute. Donnell says nope. It's gorgeous, but nope. Oh, y'all are funny. So I did press all of my seams open, and I know it's kind of hard, especially with as small as these are. But all of these seams are pressed open. I did not nest my seams. No worries, Andrea. She said she has to go feed her bunnies and she'll be back ASAP. So I did use starch at the very end of this, so it's stiff. It's not folding over on me. But it is also very flat. I didn't want to nest my seams because I don't know exactly how I'm putting all of this together yet. So I don't know what seams I'm going to have at the edges and I didn't want to create a future problem. So everything is pressed open. Denise has joined the chat. She says, hello, Tammy and everyone. Joyce says, love it. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, this is one of many. Now the only thing I did, and I will do this with all of them, and this is purple right here, not gray. This is gray, this is purple. I know it's kind of hard to see on the camera. I just want to clarify that. The whatever center color I'm using, whatever squares colors I'm using, I am making sure that I do not put any triangles into this unit that have that exact same fabric. So I've already cut some triangles with that fabric, but they are not going to go into these blocks. So that's the only thing that I am making sure of. So this green right here, I've cut some fabric to go into squares for that. I don't remember what other ones I've already cut, but I've cut enough for the number of half square triangle units I've cut. So now I can start calculating my half square triangle units for my next size up. So that's something that I am working on, and it will be a slow project because, I mean, this is 12 half square triangles and 4 squares. It doesn't take long to put this together, but it does take a while to trim everything up to begin with. And you just have to kind of take your time piecing it. So this will take a little bit. So, but I wanted to show you guys that. That is all I have worked on today before now. So that has been it. So I want you guys to help me out. I am trying to think of positive words that inspire you when you are quilting. So if you were to put together a quilt, if you're working on a quilt and you are not in a quilting mood, if you do not have your quilting mojo, you are not joyous about your quilting, if somebody were to say one word to you about the quilt you're working on, a project that they've seen you do, what would be the one word that would inspire you? What would be your takeaway word that you just cannot live without? Joyce says, be right back. Got to take Pup out. No worries, Joyce. We will see you when you get back. I've had to do that quite a bit myself. I know I missed Debbie's live this morning. I know she was on, and I was in the chat for a little bit, and she had to take it down because she was working on technical problems, and I think she came back up, but I never got to get back with her. I had too many phone calls coming in this morning, and I was watching on my phone, so it's either the phone or the YouTube, and I had to choose the phone this morning, you guys. Donnell says cuddly. Cuddly is her word. So what makes a quilt cuddly to you, Donnell? What inspires you about the word cuddly? Is it that it makes you feel cuddly? Does it make you feel like somebody wants it to be cuddly? Denise is saying hi to Laura. I'm glad you guys do that. Thank you so much. You guys take a lot of the pressure off of me. You have no idea. You have no idea. I really do appreciate it. So yeah, what other words as well do you think of? I mean, I can see cuddly. I just don't know. I don't know if that inspires me. Because I don't always think of my quilts as cuddly. Now I've got one that will be. I'm going to be putting Ninky on the back, so it's going to be super cuddly. Michelle says family. Okay. So is that because you're making them for family, or the quilts become your family? What kind of family do you think of? What's your connection to family with quilts? And how does that inspire you? Donnell says very warm, and that I can get under the quilt with Loki, my Yorkie, on the couch to cuddle and be happy. Oh, that works. So you're always when you think of cuddly, you think of it's another opportunity to cuddle and hang out with the pup. That's awesome. Charlotte has joined the chat. She says, hey, Tammy and everyone. Welcome in, Charlotte. Judy says, cozy. I can understand cozy. That is definitely a word to describe a finished quilt, because they do tend to feel all cozy, no matter even where you are, even in the heat. Michelle says, because they are for family. Awesome. Okay, so when you are working on that quilt, you're always thinking about the person that they're for. Is that, am I following? Am I tracking? You guys correct me if I'm wrong at any point. At any point. So, tracking with family. So my super secret is for family, technically, but none of my other quilts are for family. So I did make a quilt last year that got gifted to family, but I didn't intend for it to go to family. So there's that. Denise said that she had to move to the phone. No worries, Denise. So that is right, that they are being made specifically for family. So she's thinking about her family as she makes her quilts. Awesome. All right. Let's see. What other words can we come up with for inspiration for our quilts? If you were to come up with one more word to talk about why you like to quilt. Is it therapeutic? Is it calming? Is it challenging? Is it the sense of accomplishment? Charlotte says, I always wonder who will get this one. That's an awesome way to think about it too. Because if you don't know who's going to get your quilt, why are you doing it? So you get to think and wonder and ponder exactly who would be receiving your quilt. I like that train of thought. That is definitely something that happens a lot with my Quilts of Valor that I make. Aside from Super Secret, I don't typically know the person they're going to go to. I was able to specify that the last one that I just completed will be going to a Marine. But I don't know which Marine. The Marine that I thought it was going to be going to has already been awarded his quilt. And so it will be going to the next Marine. Let's see. Donnell says security. Ooh, that's a really good thought, because a quilt does give you a sense of security. Charlotte says, it's my sanity saver and the thing I do for myself that I love. There you go. It is definitely a sanity saver. Quilting, because you have to focus when you are putting together a quilt. So I can understand both the sanity saver, because it's a break from everything else, and then being the thing you do for yourself works well too. Donnell says, like a security blanket for people like me that experience severe anxiety. There you go. That works as well. That makes a lot of sense as well to add to the word security. That's an excellent point, Donnell. It definitely is. Because, yeah, anybody who gets one is going to think of it that way as well. Joyce is back. Welcome back, Joyce. We are talking about words to describe quilts or quilting and what it means to us. Michelle says love, because you love what you do, and the person who gets it will be a part of that love. That is very true. Now, I will ask you this, and please do not take it to heart. With that being said, you are loving what you're doing with the quilt. If the recipient doesn't love it as much as you hoped, is that going to crush you? Or is that going to inspire you to try again and make them something that they would enjoy more? Joy says comfort. That's a very good one as well. Because it is kind of like a hug. When you wrap someone up in one of the quilts that you've made, or they wrap themselves up in it. Absolutely. Laura says it's therapeutic for me, but I hope it brings joy to the person who receives it. There you go. Quilting can be very, very therapeutic. Absolutely. The Tumbling Blocks quilt that is my header for the Facebook page. And I want to say it's on YouTube. Don't quote me. I'd have to go back and look. You guys, I am so behind the times on my own channel. It's so sad. Not at all would it crush me. Very good, Charlotte. Very good. My thing is, I lost my train of thought, you guys. I was somewhere with it. I promise. It will come back to me. Melissa says it is therapeutic because it is as calming as it is frustration, which it makes it a challenge. I understand that as well. Michelle says I tend to find out what the person likes and tailor that quilt to the person. Well, that works very well. I can't always ask my people what they're going to want. So I have to work within those bounds. Judy says that no, she just lets it go. Not everyone likes the same thing. It was made with love, so they can always pass it on to someone who will love it. That is very wise. That is very, very wise. Denise says, I would be crushed. Would make me think, should I continue with the craft? So that's why I asked that. So when I just realized I was like putting my whole hair in front of the camera, so I apologize. When you are making a quilt and you know who it's going to go to, and you need that sense of comfort in making the quilt, you do have to let go a little bit of them necessarily wanting it as much as you wanted to give it. You have to, and I recommend that you try to learn, because this is something I've had to learn myself, and this is why this is a teaching moment. When you are gifting something to someone else, let's say you buy a Christmas present for a 5-year-old child, you know that that 5-year-old child is going to love the item that you gifted them for those first 15 minutes. And they are probably going to like it for the next 2 years, maybe, depending on the item. But when they are 8, 10, 12, they might have forgotten about what you got them. But here's the thing. They will never forget how you made them feel by gifting them that item. So even if they don't like it, you were excited to gift it to them. So I encourage you to try, if you encounter this, I encourage you to try to imagine them being excited for it as much as you were excited to make it, and gift yourself your own joy. So you were excited to gift it, you were excited to make it, and pretend that you made yourself feel better. I mean, not pretend, but I mean, you made yourself have all these hopes and dreams, but you might have to realize that your recipient might be 5, and might not be as enthusiastic of a recipient as you might have hoped. And that would always encourage me to make sure that my recipients do appreciate what I give them. That's how I cope with that, because I would be crushed as well, Denise. It does hurt. I will say that. Donnell says, I've learned to tell the recipients of my quilts that if they are not crazy about it, then to pass it along to someone that they feel would love it. As long as they are loved by someone, then I'm happy. That is wise, Donnell. But I know a lot of people that have gifted quilts, and unfortunately the person that they gifted them to was very rude about their response to it. They did not love it, and they were quite rude. Not just a little rude. They were quite rude. And the recipient, or the gifter, was definitely crushed by it. Because it wasn't just, we don't like it, but it was, we don't like it and we hate you for giving it to us. That level of rude. So they probably wouldn't gift it on. They would probably use it for something like a moving blanket. And so you have to remember that when you gift something, even as expensive as a quilt is to make and to gift, that not every quilt is going to be loved the way that it should be. Laura says, I gave one to my great niece years ago, and she said that doctors don't recommend quilts for babies, and she'd never use it. It did hurt me, and she didn't get one for her second child. Actually, it was a gift to my niece for my great niece. Yes, I understand that entirely, Laura, and that's part of what I struggle with sometimes. So I don't have a lot of family on my side that are having babies. However, my husband's family, they are. So I know when I gift these quilts, I may never see them again. I may never even see pictures of them again. But I do know that making the effort for me is worth not knowing what happens to it later. I know that I made one, and I know that I gifted them love, and that's as much as I can hope for. So I completely understand. Michelle says, last year I made the grandkids in Florida fleece blankets tailored to their likes. The quilts will be the same this year. Perfect, Michelle. That is awesome. And for Florida, that's bold. Quilts in Florida is kind of hard to go by. Charlotte says, how sad, Laura. I got a similar response once and told them to use it as a playmat. There you go. Laura said, Charlotte, I was so shocked that I couldn't find any words at the time. It was the only time it ever happened to me. Lordy, a thank you would have been nice, Laura, says Charlotte. I agree. So, and here's the thought process, you guys. And this is why I wanted to bring these up. So if we go back to the words everybody was saying, you think about comfort, you think about cuddly, you think about cozy, you think about family, you think about all of these positive things that you think of when you are quilting. You might not feel that the recipient got that level when you gifted it, but you may find out years later that it actually did. So there's always that. Michelle says, trust me, if it drops below 70 in Florida, it is cold because of the humidity. Yeah, kind of. But it so rarely drops below 70. I used to live in Alabama, I know. Laura says, I gave one to her sister for her first, and she loved it. I get pictures weekly with the baby and the quilt. Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet. So my nephew, they are, I believe I can say now, the niece just had her baby, born June 1st. And that was the Irish chain with a twist quilt. My niece's brother, my nephew, his wife is expecting to give birth in November it will be his third child. So when I made a quilt for the little one, when the last little one came for them, I never got an acknowledgement. I never got a thank you. I never got a these are awesome. I never got anything. And it was heartbreaking. But I will say this, he has redeemed himself. I have actually seen my older niece, or my older great niece, and the younger one, I've seen both of their quilts. The older great niece uses hers because I made her a quilt to go along with her baby sister's quilt. I'm in Arizona and they both in North Carolina, says Laura. I understand that too. North Carolina, it definitely gets cold enough, but Arizona can as well. Oh, you guys, I sewed it backwards. Okay, this is my front side of my fabric, and there's my seam. I've got to unstitch. I've got to unsew. My granddaughter told her daughter that I had crocheted. Oh, okay. That works. So my great-grandmother crocheted something for my son when we thought it was still going to be a girl. He came out all boy. Believe me, all boy. But she had crocheted something for him as a birth present, basically. And I don't know exactly how to use it for anything other than it was gifted with the intent that, you know, showing that she loves and cares about this baby that was coming. She never got to meet him. She passed away before he was old enough to say hi. Linda has joined the chat. She says, hi everyone. I still make my quilts for family and close friends. I appreciate them. We live in Florida and I use my quilts all the time. See, I used mine in Alabama, but I just know Florida is so hot sometimes. Laura says, yes, Charlotte, would have been nice. I sometimes wonder if this generation understands how to be grateful and say thank you. I was taught gratitude. Yeah, exactly. The younger generation, and I don't think it's as much a generational thing as it is parenting style thing. And I say that because not all parents are teaching their children not to be grateful. It's just that there's so many who have lost their way on making sure to instill those kinds of values that it makes the rest of the generation look like they are as rude as they seem to be pictured sometimes. So, alright, unsewing is done. Jackie gets to get tucked away. All of them in Afghan, so they told me as soon as I finished their quilt, they want an Afghan too. Oh gosh. They are adding to your project list, Joyce. That is what they are doing. They're just adding to your project list. They are keeping you busy. There is no shame in that. There is no shame. Okay, so while I'm thinking about it, I am going to do my best, and you guys will be the first to know. I'm going to try to get my show quilt quilted in time for the local fair. So I know, Joyce, you were saying you might come to Casper. I might have it in the fair. Katie is here. She says, hiya, Tammy, Linda, Joyce, and Laura. Welcome in, Katie. Glad you are here. Thank you for joining the chat tonight. We will start the giveaway in another minute or two, and it'll run for about 15. So I am going to I will put something in, and we'll go with that. Let's see. Okay. So now I got to press this as well. So please make sure bunnies are fed and I am soaked. Oh, I bet it's raining there, isn't it? Oh gosh. It is dry as a bone out here. I'm not disappointed, but it is cold. It is absolutely chilly here, and we weren't expecting that at all. Michelle says, send some rain my way, Andrea. I can't help with that one for sure. I definitely, I don't know. I can't send any rain from me. Alright, so with that being said, I want to encourage you guys that, and I know you aren't actual guys, so it's a phrase. Please don't shoot the messenger. I want to encourage you to take stock of when you are quilting. What are you going to do the next time that you have a recipient that isn't giving you the response you're expecting? Are you going to find a different way to phrase what your gift is? Are you going to still give it and let, basically, pardon the language, if some people may not be very religious, but your gift goes with God, so to speak. I know that's a slang term, so I apologize. But decide what's the ultimate goal of you making that quilt. Is it to get the recognition and the gratitude? Is it to put it out into the world, put this completed workout into the world? Is it to get the pat on the back? What is your goal with making your quilt? And are you okay if your quilt doesn't get what you were looking for? Andrea says that Alberto's outer bands are here. Oh, you've got the hurricane coming. Oh, God, gotcha. Or tropical storm. I haven't been following. I apologize. Joy says we just had just enough rain last night, so I didn't have to water today. I had to water yesterday when I got home, and I had to water again this morning. So I'm not getting any rain down here. Laura says, I don't really want rain, but wouldn't mind a cold front. I would be happy to send it to you. I mean, you guys, I'm in sweatshirt. I'm in sweatshirt. Now, I do have the fan on in here, but I am in a sweatshirt. It is too cold outside. Maritza has joined the chat. She says, hola, welcome in, Maritza. Glad you are here. All right, I am going to go start the giveaway. So this one's going to be a challenging one. We are going to do, let's see, we are going to do the word baseball. So if you want to enter today's giveaway, enter the word baseball. It is all one word, no spaces. So BASEBALL. Laura says, Tammy, we can trade. 105 here today. No, I'm not trading for that. There's a lot I will trade for. That is not one of them. That's a little too hot. That's a little too hot. Oh, Laura, how far are you from Phoenix? Because I know QuiltCon is there in February. How far are you from Phoenix? Andrea says, once a quilt leaves my hands, it is no longer mine. I make mostly charity quilts and will never see them again. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, Michelle and Laura have put baseball. Teresa has joined the chat and put in baseball. Chloe is here. Welcome in, Chloe. Anybody who is wanting to enter the giveaway today, go ahead and enter the word baseball into the chat. You guys will see that other people are putting it in there. Just copy what they're doing. Do not put any spaces in it. And Nightbot is seeming to work and is picking them up. So tomorrow night I will actually be at a baseball game. Glenda says, I always tell them I made them a quilt and they can pick it up whenever they get ready for it because I don't drive or can't afford to mail. I don't blame you. That's one way to do it. That is definitely one way to do it. So yeah, you guys put baseball in the chat for me if you want to enter today's giveaway. We do still have that same shirt that we've had the last 2 weeks. That is the I'm a Peacemaker shirt. And this is the actual shirt. It is an extra large. It wears like a large. So if you can wear a large, that is what this shirt is. It is a t-shirt, so it is a short sleeve. But I have one just like this in a double XL that wears like an extra large. So this is a large. This is going to wear like a large. So count it like a large, you guys. Laura says, I'm in Gilbert. It is a suburb of Phoenix. I'm about 30-minute drive from downtown Phoenix. Oh, wow. Irish Tail Lady. Linda, I'm in a tank top shorts with the AC on while watching you. See, that would have been me a couple of days ago. No hashtag or exclamation. Yeah, no hashtag or exclamation needed. Nightbot does not require the extra floof to respond. Nightbot seems to like me for some reason. So I don't know what software requires the exclamations and all of the other, but mine does not require that. And you guys, I am working on figuring out a setup for when I am in Cheyenne the second week of July. It will actually be during the local fair here in Casper that I will be in Cheyenne. So I do not know how my streaming software and all that's going to work. So I am working on a plan so I can work the plan. So Saturday and Sunday, Saturday I will be in Cheyenne. Tuesday I will have been to the fair that morning. Laura says, my father lives with me and baseball is on all the time. It gives me a chance to watch YouTube and I don't mind that. There you go. There you go. Yeah, we don't watch a lot of baseball. And my dad's famous words to my husband that he has ruined. Deb has joined the chat. Welcome in, Deb. If you want to join the giveaway, please enter the word baseball into the chat. There is a size large t-shirt available. There is a coffee mug, and there are zipper pulls. And you do not have to pay shipping. I cover all of that. Every Tuesday night is a giveaway in June. So we are doing a giveaway again tonight. I'll draw in about another 8-9 minutes, something like that. Maybe 10. It's not going to be that much longer. Like, we're not going to hang out, like, super late tonight or anything like that. I do need to work on Super Secret Project while the husband is at the ball game. So, that is why we are doing baseball. He is at the ball game. He is calling another game. And okay, before you guys ask, if you remember my comment about him getting hit and having a big welt on his arm, the welt is gone. However, he is definitely bruised through and through. So the underside of his arm shows the bruise. So like the outside edge of his arm does not show the bruise as much. He is also fairly tanned on the outside of his arm, but he is bruised on the other side. So, and then I'm just putting together the Cotton Cuts Puzzle Mystery Quilt for June. I figure I might as well put June together before July gets here. Because we are running short on time. Laura says, I love going to in-person baseball games, but I don't like watching on TV as much. I agree with you, Laura. Watching in person, you are able to interact a little bit better. You are able to see what everyone else is seeing, and you're not having to rely on the camera angles or possibly replay. Glenda's asking, did anyone see Katie's video today about raffle to her son and grandson? If not, please go watch. Thank you. I did not see it. I have barely watched anything lately. Joyce says, ouch, poor hubby. Yeah, right? Right? I get to deal with the poor hubby. Poor me, too. Just saying. Just saying. You know, our husbands, bless their hearts, are not exactly the best patients sometimes. So yeah, I agree. Going to an in-person baseball game is so much better than watching on TV, because then you're not dealing with the commentators, you're not dealing with the camera angles, you're actually catching everything that's going on. Katie is saying thank you to Glenda. Yeah, you guys, you can go check out Katie's channel. Katie, if you want to do exclamation selfie, absolutely go ahead and put it in there. That way everybody will link over to your channel. I am going to say I do have another thing we're going to cover real quick too. I do have the Facebook group. If you are not a member of the Siberian Wind Facebook group and you would like to be, do exclamation group in the chat. This does not work on replay, but I should have the comments set to automatic to replay, so you should be seeing the comments as they are appearing in the chat if you have that turned on. I apologize, you guys, my throat is so dry tonight. So I am rehydrating. So if you have not joined the Facebook group, or if you are a Facebook group member, I have added a file in the group. The link for the Invisigrip that I was using on the back of my rulers, the new ruler that I just got, the cupcake foundation papers are in that, and I want to say there's one other thing that is in the links file. I will be updating that periodically, probably every month or so, with anything new that I've picked up or that you guys are interested in or whatever. So if you guys have questions for me about products that I use on my channel, let me know. If you guys need a link to the product that I'm using, I will be more than happy to put those links in that Facebook group. That's just the easier way for me to keep track of where it's at. Laura says, my husband is the best man on earth until he isn't feeling well. Then he is a giant baby. Yes, yes, right? So my husband got sick 2 years ago? One or 2 years ago. And he was sick. Like, I mean, fever, runny nose, not feeling well in his tummy. I mean, This would have been a stay home from school day for the kids. Like, I mean, he really just was not feeling well at all. And just so pitiful. So I took compassion on him, and he wanted chicken noodle soup, but I was getting tired of buying chicken noodle soup. So I decided to pull down a recipe for chicken noodle soup, and the recipe that I found made, like, we're talking 4 family sizes. I mean, it was a huge batch. And it's just me and my husband, and I do not eat chicken noodle soup. It's not anything against the chicken. It's not anything against the noodles. It is rare that I eat soup. I'm just not a soup person. It's just not, never has been kind of my thing. But chicken noodle soup just does not do anything for me. Like, I don't feel good eating chicken noodle soup. So I made it just for him. And I made this family size portion just for him. The man ate 2 bowls and was feeling so much better that he didn't want any of the rest of it. You guys, I wanted to strangle him more for the getting better and not needing anymore than for the hassle of making the chicken noodle soup to begin with. Oh. So, alright. We are getting there with these. And I apologize, the extra light coming in from the sunset is going to mess with the vision a little bit on this camera. Now, I mean, he gets beat up on the baseball field and he's fine. You know, you would never believe that he had anything wrong with him getting beat up on the baseball field. But you start the sniffles, we're talking about a totally different man. Totally different man. Alright, so let me go check the giveaway while I am doing this. Let me not get my screens mixed up. There we go. Alright, so there's a couple more people in the chat. If you are wanting to enter today's giveaway, please do not hesitate. Put the word baseball in the chat. Just put the word baseball. You don't have to put a hashtag or exclamation point or anything fancy. And it is all one word. So if you want to enter that giveaway, you've got just another couple of minutes. Just another couple. And the puppy has realized that I have been live for 45 minutes and he is coming to check on me. So we have found the puppy. We have found the puppy. Are you going to lay down? Are you going to behave? You're not coming to lay behind me. I'm sorry. You're not moving my tripod anymore. We're stopping that problem. There you go, Katie. Absolutely. Alright. Let's see. I'm going to give until I get these finished pressing. You're not going to lay back behind the tripod, sir. Alright, you guys want to see? Come here, pet. Come here. Come on. No, we're not going to pout. Come here. You want to come in here. You want to say hi, so come say hi. I'm getting stared at, you guys. I'm getting stared at. Come on. You going to say hi? Are you going to say hi? No, he's not going to say hi. That is his very distinct, no, I'm not saying hi, Mom. No, I'm not. Okay. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and do, actually, no, I said I was going to wait. We are going to, no. Yeah, we're going to wait. I've got 2 more after this one to press, and then we will do the drawing. Donnell says, yeah. Isn't he sweet? He's got such a sweet face. Laura says, right, my husband played semi-pro sand volleyball when I first met him 35 years ago and broke 2 fingers. He taped them up and played 6 more games. A cold and he's down for the count. Yes, absolutely. Oh, Donnell says, such a cutie pie. Yes, he is. He's very cute. Denise, you're right. She says he's mad because he can't go where he wants to. He wants to lay behind my tripod over here, you guys, and it constantly moves this camera that my hand is in. He moves that camera for me, especially when he stretches out. So all I had to do was put a hoodie back there on the floor, and he's refusing to come lay on it. But he's mad because that's his spot. Michelle was saying Mr. Pouty Face. Yeah. He pouts so well. he pouts so well. And Joy says, cute puppy. Yeah, so when we're out in public and somebody says, what a cute dog, or how handsome he is, my husband will interject with, shh, we don't want him to get a big head. Because he'll get a big head about being cute. Alright, so these are all pressed. These are my Flying Geese units. So we've got these units, and we have these units. So these are both going to go together with squares. So I'll be putting those together here in a minute. But let's go ahead and we are going to do the drawaway, the giveaway. I am going to transition you guys over so you guys are seeing the giveaway items. Alright, so this is the I'm a Peacemaker shirt. This mug says, let's see if I can figure out my camera. There we go. When life gives you scraps, make a quilt. It has a beautiful blue interior. And then we have 5 zipper pulls to choose from. These are from Moda. The zipper pulls have quilt blocks on them. This one's a friendship star. Then we have this red and white one. The yellow one is squares, kind of put on point. And I apologize, you guys. I did not plan well for this camera. But that is the yellow one. This blue one is, Lady of the Lake, I believe, is what I was told last week. Lady of the Lake block, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, and then we also have this orange one. And this is a traditional star pattern. Alright, so those are the giveaway items that we are doing today. And let's see who won. Are you guys ready for the drum roll? We are going to roll. Alright. Alright, looks like Teresa Lynch has won the giveaway. Alright, so Teresa, if you are still in the chat, please, please, please comment. Let us know you are still here. That way we can get you your giveaway item. And you get to choose what you get. So you're seeing everything on the screen as to what you can choose from. So let me know that you are here, and let me know which item you would like. And Michelle is already on task. She is going, congratulations, Teresa. All right, there's everybody coming in with the congratulations. You guys were so quiet for a minute, so I'm so glad you guys are still here. And yes, I am sewing a little bit while we are waiting. That is awesome, though, you guys. Congratulations to Teresa. So, let's see. I just need you to comment in. Let me know you are still here and which one you want. All right. You like the mug. All right. So, the mug will be shipping out to you, Teresa, on Thursday. All right. So, let me swap back over. Oh, you know what? Let me pull the screen so I can swap back over. There we go. You are very welcome, Teresa. So I am going to put a link here in the chat for you. If you will go fill this out for me and tell me where I am sending your mug, because I will get it wrapped and shipped on Thursday. I can't do it tomorrow. I will be all day sewing. But it will be... I apologize, you guys. I'm hearing dogs outside the window. It will be shipped out on Thursday. Friday at the latest. But it will be shipped out this week. But it will not be shipped out tomorrow. I can assure you that one. I will not have time tomorrow. But it will get packed and be ready to ship. So while I am working on this, I am, let's see, where's my brain tonight, you guys? Where is my brain? My brain is stopping me every 5 seconds with something random, and I don't know why. I guess it's called stress. I guess that's what it is. That's what we're going to go with. We're going to go with it's stress. Alright, so let me know when that is filled out, Teresa, and I will check and make sure I've got everything in there that I need, and we will go from there. So, there we go. Glenda and Charlotte are also joining in with the congratulations. So, Teresa has claimed the last of the 3 mugs. So, the mugs have been popular this month. So, we have, how many more do we have? We have one more Tuesday in June. So we have one more giveaway, one more week of possible winners. So you guys, next week I will introduce one more t-shirt into the mix. So it will be 2 t-shirts and the zipper pulls. I may have something else join the giveaway, but I'm not quite sure yet. So we will see when next week comes. We'll see what is available next week. But everything that you saw on the screen, aside from the mug, is still going to be available. Laura said, maybe it's with mine. I walked into the bedroom 3 times today and couldn't remember what I went in there for. Probably. Charlotte says, sorry, y'all been listening while sewing. Oh, I don't blame you. I do not blame you one bit. That would have been me earlier today if I had been able to put 2 brain cells together long enough to have sewn. Oh, Sean, you get here right after the giveaway. Sean, you give everybody a run for their money with these giveaways. You know that, right? Welcome into the chat, Sean. Glad you are here. Glad you are here. I have just been working on putting together the block 5, the month 5 of the Cotton Cuts Puzzle Mystery Quilt that is small. And then we have been chatting. And one of the things that we chatted about tonight was whether or not Lisa has joined the chat. She says, hi everybody, I'm late to the party, but now ironing fabric. All right, Teresa, I see that you said it was sent. Let me go take a look real quick so I can verify my side that I have everything I need. There we go. There's that. And I've got address. Oh, why is my screen? Oh, there. I'm hitting the wrong button. It's not deleting anything, I promise. All right, I have everything I need. That will work well. Thank you. So that will be shipped out on Thursday, Teresa. Sean says, yes, ma'am. Want to give the others a chance. You're so sweet, Sean. You're so sweet. So I have had a, oh gosh, okay, so I've got two brain cells and 3 thoughts at all the same time. Okay, so one thing is, do not forget, 2 weeks from today is Sew and Tell. So I think I'm going to wait until September to show you guys what the Sew and Tell giveaway is. Because somebody will be winning it in October. I think that's what my plan is right now, is to wait until then to show you guys. It is already made. It is already ready. But it is going to be a giveaway in October for Sew and Tell. If you are not a member of the Facebook group, do exclamation group or exclamation FB in the chat. If you were watching this on the replay, then you may not be able to do it. You should also see it in the description of the video. So you should be able to click it from the description of the video to come join the Facebook group. Starting in July, we will have membership questions so that I don't have to weed out the really random people that are trying to join that are spammers. So I do keep all the spammers out. The Facebook group is a private group, so anything that is posted in the Facebook group is not available for the public. So you guys can see pictures of Super Secret project there. You guys can see pictures of other people's projects that they haven't shared as well. There we go. Nightbot just caught up with everybody. So you guys can join the Facebook group. And we've had a lot of things shared recently, but without the Show and Tell caption. I will try to go back and catch everybody's post and ask permission if you want to share it for Show and Tell, or if you're just sharing to share. But starting in July, after the July Show and Tell, you have to comment that it is for Show and Tell. I will put reminders in the group to ask you guys to please let me know if it is for Show and Tell. But I'm not going to comment on every last one. Alright, so I do see a request coming through right now. I will go ahead and take care of that. I love doing that on my lives because that means that you guys are already getting that instant access. And you're not going to have to wait. There we go. There is Judy. Congratulations, Judy. Welcome to the group. And Denise says that she joined. Absolutely. I think I saw you in there already, but if not, yep, there we go. Well, my Facebook is hiccuping on me, so I do apologize, you guys. There we go. Because I went back in and it was still seeing the one that I had already approved. So if you guys do want to win you're not going to win Super Secret. You can't win Super Secret. Super Secret is a special gift. But if you want to win the giveaway item in October, then please, please, please make sure that you are in the Facebook group, or you are sending me emails with, you just updated your post because you forgot to put it in there, Michelle. Love it. Thank you. I cannot tell you how many times I forget stuff like that too. And I did not realize I was going off camera, you guys. I really did not realize that. I am pressing my blocks. So this is what the block is going to look like when it's assembled. I just have to assemble this last seam. So these are all chain pieced together so that I didn't have to come back and forth. But yeah, so Super Secret has to be done before the end of July. My timeline has been set for that. I do have a timeline for the show quilt. It has to be done before the end of June, which I did not know that it was going to be that soon. So that will have to be done soon. So all of my time at home that is not spent working on Super Secret when Super Secret gift recipient is gone will be spent working on show quilt. So I will be super busy until the end of July is what it looks like. And for those who have been following, I did get the email from Andrea. I am joining up with the project that she has going on, that she invited me for, but I cannot give you guys any details. So there's some super secret stuff going on in the background that's not just me, but it's super exciting. You guys will have some more stuff coming out soon to be excited about. So when I have permission to share information, I will. But you won't see it on my Facebook group. You will see it here on YouTube when I'm given permission. But there is stuff coming. There is stuff coming. I'm so excited. I would be doing some stuff right now if I did not have my deadlines coming up. But once these two projects are done, once Super Secret is done and the show quilt are done, my timeline opens up. The only other obligation that I have in my personal life will be the deadline in November for a baby quilt. I did promise you guys a Jelly Roll friendly quilt, and so we will be doing that in July, I'm thinking. Anyway, anybody can get all that done, you can't, Amy. I'm glad you have that confidence vote in me, Lisa. I am not sure I am there yet. I have a lot longer to go than I really would like to admit that I have left. I work great under pressure. However, there are some times that you don't always get a diamond from the pressure. You might get an ulcer instead. So we're going to hope for the diamond and not the ulcer. All right. So that is last pressing for that. So now I can sew these last seams, and you guys will get to see 4 completed Cotton Cuts Puzzle Mystery Quilt blocks. Are you guys excited to see this? I definitely would not have chosen this colorway. This is so out of my comfort zone, you guys. It takes a lot for me to get used to this orange and blue and all of these rusty colors. Did the recipient enjoy the Irish chain quilt? I don't know yet. And that's actually kind of what we were talking about earlier, is if your recipient doesn't express joy or gratitude at receiving their gift, how do you respond? And how do you, like, what words do you use to describe your quilting? And, you know, people were coming up with comfy and cozy and cuddly and, you know, things like that, and family. But if your recipient doesn't express enthusiasm over receiving the gift, or expresses something very, very unlike enthusiasm, you know, how do you respond to that? So yes to... I was excited to see new quilts being made. Yes, absolutely, Andrea. Absolutely. You'll get to see a lot of them made. You got a lot going on. And yes, I will. I'm excited to be a part of that. But yes, so we will have a Jelly Roll quilt coming up. That will be in July. I'm going to see about getting permission for something. So we may be using a purchase pattern, or we may be using a gift pattern, and I'm not sure which yet. But I do have an idea of something we're going to do to see. Deb says, just join Facebook. Okay, absolutely. Let me go grab you over. It says no pending members, so maybe you already joined before today. That's the only thing I could think of. It doesn't show me any new pendings. So, but yeah, if you guys, when you join, you should be able to see the post I just made earlier today with the links. And then if you want to join Sew and Tell, the way that Sew and Tell is working is we are running on a 6-month time frame. So the Sew and Tells submitted for 6 months will go towards the giveaway in October. So when we started the Sew and Tell through the October Sew and Tell, everybody who enters will get entries into the Sew and Tell giveaway. Whoever enters the most entries into Sew and Tell is setting the standard for how many people get entered into the giveaway. So we will probably have to do a special day for the giveaway because I don't know that I can do it all in the one night. So we're going to have to see what we need to do. Sean says the person might be shy. I would ask privately later on to see what they thought. If they didn't like the colors, etc., I'd make them something they would enjoy. That's a good way to do it too, Sean. Absolutely. Oh no, Katie. That's awful. I'm so sorry. She said that she found out her aunt just passed away. I'm so sorry. My condolences to you, Katie. That is rough. That is very, very rough. Your quilting community will grieve with you, sweetheart. We definitely will. That is hard. Very, very hard, Katie. I'm so very sorry. I'm glad you were able to share that with us, but oh gosh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, we will be praying for you. Yeah, I don't know what else to say, but I'm very, very sorry for your loss. Well, boy, when it rains, it pours. It does, Katie. You're absolutely right. I don't tend to have that kind of challenges facing me normally. But I can sympathize, because that's never easy for anyone. Michelle says that she's so sorry for you, Katie. I pray for you and your family. Yeah, we will be praying for you, Katie. Absolutely. Are you going to be able to I know you just came back from traveling to the US. Was she here in the United States? Because I think you were the only one that was out in Greenland, if I'm not mistaken. Alright. For a little bit of lightness, Lisa says, Katie, it may not be PC, but my prayers are with you and your family. Charlotte says, peace, comfort, and strength to you and all who loved your aunt, Katie. I'm so sorry for your loss, honey. Katie says, no, I can't fly back to the U.S. She lived in Jasper, Alabama. That's rough. I know exactly where Jasper is. I feel for you. I grew up near Jasper. I live maybe 45 minutes away from Jasper. So definitely prayers with you, Katie. Alright, you guys, this is the block. The Cotton Cuts Puzzle Mystery Quilts, small block in chestnut. So it kind of looks like a house, doesn't it? Kind of looks like a house, and we're all hanging out and peeping out through there. Katie says, my mother was born in Jasper. See, that's why we get along, right? I was born in Birmingham. So not far away at all. Alright, so this is the next block. And they're all the same type. It's just where the prints fall as to how this window here is, how the window looks. Well, I'm hoping that you're able to take some comfort, Katie, in that you do have the quilting community behind you with this, and that we will all be praying for you. We definitely will. Definitely, definitely. Alright, and one last one, you guys. One last one. Alright, this is the last one. So when I have something like that happen, because I lost my uncle several years ago, and I've lost my brother-in-law, or one of my late brother-in-laws I've lost, and other family members that I've lost. When I face something like that, I do turn to my quilting. So I think that was actually a perfect conversation for us to have earlier, is that when you face something like this, the one steady, consistent thing that you can always find is that there's quilting to be had. Whether quilting means to you what it means to me, whether the quilt is something that you're going to be using as a memory piece to help you remember this, where you're at with everything. No matter what it is, quilting is a great way to heal through the process of making a quilt. Chloe says, very pretty. Thank you, Chloe. I appreciate that. Alright, I hear the puppy that has something that he's not supposed to have, so I'm going to go ahead and get off of here, you guys, and go ahead and end this. Prayers are with you, Katie. Thank you all for being here tonight. I will see you all Saturday morning, bright and early, 9 a.m. Mountain